Come to the stage, sir.
Thank you very much, Program Director. I'm representing the Quality Assurance, Moderation and Assessment. But today, I'm only going to talk about the outcome. The outcome, which is what we are here for today. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just talk about a small word of wisdom. I'm so inspired. I'm so happy about what I see today. Graduates, I feel your happiness. I feel your ecstasy. I feel your blissfulness. I feel your reverence. This confirms one thing. There is a proverb that I like most. This proverb says, it takes a village to raise a child. This day, it represents that you really worked hard. I thank you for that. Can you clap hands for yourself, brothers? This could not have happened without the inspiration of your parents, without the support of your relatives. I thank your relatives, I thank your parents for always being with you. I also want to thank the community in which you live in. Honestly speaking, their sweet words and sour words have made you today. I would like to thank the educators, the teachers that have made you to be who you are today. So I want to say thank you. I would like to thank members from this municipality. I would like to thank the mayor of this municipality for having such a great wisdom that events like this are happening. I would like to thank the councillors for making their inputs, taking their time to make sure that they produce people like you. I would like to thank all the organizers from this municipality who work so hard to make sure that they invest in you. I would like to thank Rekosi for his support and guidance. I would like to thank people who clean this hall, everybody who arranged this place to make sure that we have this event. Indeed, it confirms that it takes a whole village to raise a child. My word of wisdom, it starts from just a brief description of my life. I was raised in a small village, and I was raised by my grandmother. We used to stay in a round thatched house where the walls were plastered with mud. We used to eat bread and chicken only at Christmas Day. There are times we ate pap and salt. My grandmother was such an artist. She would vary these dishes, and sometimes she would cook pap and mix sugar with salt. There are certain times she would make a different recipe and give us pap with peanuts. You know peanuts? I used to walk barefoot to go to school. And the school where I was studying, it was about 8 to 10 kilometers. Sometimes I used to wear tattered clothes. My environment, the way I was living, it was just deplorable. While I was in my grade 3, my teacher gave me a duty to pack his books. So my duty was to pack the books. I was such an obedient child, so humble. So he saw something in me and he said, please, this is going to be your duty. One day, when I was busy packing the books, I stumbled upon a very small piece of paper. I took out the paper and it was written, if someone can, why can't I? I was such a small child, but this message struck my heart. This message touched my heart. I kept this message in my heart. This became the lightning. This became the transformation for who I am today. In everything I do, I looked at my environment. I looked at my story of life, and I told myself, if someone can, why can't I? I challenge you today, I challenge you graduates, to take this and tell yourself, if somebody can, why can't you? I'm going to share with you 4 great lessons that I feel is going to also inspire. The first lesson I'm going to share with you is that all greatness lies within you. Refuse to be defined by your past. Refuse to be defined by your identity. Refuse to be defined by your color, the color of your skin. Refuse to be defined by poverty or hardship, by problems, by challenges, or by people. What matters in your life is how you respond. Believe always that what is greater in you is greater than the whole world. You are unstoppable. Jesus, he suffered all insults. They nailed him on the cross. He bled to death. But when he was about to die, he said 3 words. The 3 words that he said, it is finished. These are the 3 words that he said. These 3 words, what it means is that he said the suffering is finished. It was a gift of life. What it means is that the death was a purification. The death brought about wisdom. The death brought about life. All your suffering, all things that happen to you have no power in your life. What is more powerful is what is in you. Number 2, you need to have faith always. I know most of you have desires. Most of you have passions. Most of you, there's something that is telling you something. You wish you had all these things. Tell you what, this is a word from God which is telling you that you already have it. Anything that you aspire, anything that you wish to do, that voice, that small voice, that passion, it means it's a signal to tell you that you can have it. All you need is faith. Visualize it. Pray about it. Believe it in your heart. Act upon your desires, and it will germinate. Every thought is a seed. Every inspiration, every fire in your heart is a seed. But the difference is this. Some people, when they have a seed, what do? They leave it on the table. And that seed will never bear fruits. You need to plant that seed. What it means planting, so that at least it germinates, you water it. Now, in reality, in our life, that feeling, that thing that you want, sit down, take a pen and a paper, write it down on a piece of paper. Plan about it. How can you accomplish this? How can you accomplish this? Set goals to achieve that particular seed. Goals, plans are nothing without action. All you need to do is to take action. I know sometimes you may fail. Failure is not your destination. Keep on trying. The last thing I need to talk to you is about the commitment to serve. I started my speech when I said, it takes a village to raise a child. Commit yourself to serve. The skills that you have, your community needs these particular skills. Things that you have acquired. There are people who are dying for these particular skills. There are so many problems in this community. There are so many problems in this country. There are so many problems in this world. The only problem that we have is that the education system that we have is disintegrated. It is in parts. So you realize that some people, we feel helpless to say, I'm educated, but I'm not able to make something out of it. I'm a proponent of what is known as holistic education. If you look into the past, if you look at our forefathers, they used to have that kind of education, whereby they learn about the totality. Everything is connected in this world. Everything is not parts. We are just a microcosm of the macro universe. Everything is connected. We human beings, we are connected. We are not parts. Today, you have acquired a skill in computers. Now, computers alone needs also for you to do, say, maybe electronics. Say, when you look at a car for it to move, it has different components. We have sensors, we have a whole lot of things. We have tires. Those tires are made up of simple small atoms which are joined together to make that particular tire. You realize that learning one part does not solve the problem. Venture into so many skills. Be ready to learn. Learn about a whole lot of things. Be creators. We in Africa, we have all the wealth. The land that we are stepping on is very rich. I want to tell you, we can sustain the whole world. There's a lot of jobs, but it's only in our minds. I want to challenge you today, graduates. I want to challenge you to open up your mind. I want to challenge you to learn more. I want to challenge you to start creating things and shape this world. This community belongs to you. This country belongs to you. Commit yourself to saving others. When you rise, like all these men and women who are sitting here, they thought of you to say, we need to serve the young ones. When you rise, pull somebody. When you walk a distance, walk with somebody else. Commit yourself to serve. I'm challenging you today. Thank you so much.
When you rise, take someone along. Thank you, Dr. Manyau, for this motivational talk. It was not just a motivational talk. It also, take us through a memory of where we come from. Normally, I would say from the humble beginnings. I should say this all. That's where all of us are coming from. As Africans, South Africans. It even reminds us of the pinch of apartheid. We also walked barefooted to school. We also walked long distances to school. We also did not at times have a bread on the table. Our parents were just spending for us so that we become what we are today. But unfortunately, most of us, when we have reached that stage, we forget where we're coming from. And what you said is that we should be willing to serve We need to serve our people. We need to serve the nation. That's what education should always mean to us. The knowledge that we have acquired, it's not for yourselves, because it cannot benefit anyone if you keep it yourself. Share it with your neighbors, your sisters and brothers, your colleagues, and any other person on the street. It starts with passion, perseverance, hope for success. I'm not going to waste any time.